Welcome to the Uncultured Host Podcast.
Welcome to the Uncultured Roots Podcast. It's your boy 17.
It's your man H.M. Hersham Bawu. What up? What up?
And it's your boy G Fly. What up, though, my babies?
And we're back. Welcome to episode 58, gentlemen.
58.
58.
58. 58.
And
How are you?
we're going to, sad news this week. We usually start the show off on a, high note. But, we had another death this week. Rapper's death, unfortunately. PNB Rock.
Yeah.
You brothers were more familiar with him than I was. I'm not really familiar with his work, so
I was a big fan. I ain't really know a whole lot about him. I knew of him.
Yeah.
Regardless, though, I hate that shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like real pissed off about it.
Mhm.
I'm just tired of that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think we all are.
Yeah. But the shit ain't gonna stop. It's gonna continue, unfortunately.
I know people want to say, there's different reasons why it's happening. Why, especially in this case, why that happened to him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But it's really boiled down to a societal problem, though.
I agree.
Like, yes, you got to watch what you post in real time.
Yeah.
But that doesn't, like, for people to just feel like they can just run up on you at any time and shoot you just for jury or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, what gives them the goal to make them feel like they can just do that type of shit? You know what I'm saying?
Like, their mentality ain't the same. Like, it's like, I don't know. They just don't care. You know what I'm saying?
So you would say that the this younger generation of folk just don't have no remorse at all.
I wouldn't say, I mean, this shit been going on, you know what I'm saying?
I'm saying, yeah, people have always been dying, but I'm saying, do you really think it's that bad? Like from in our era?
I think this is a little bit more worse.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because it's a lot of things that go into play with this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think social media play a big part.
Yeah, that's why I'm not sure if it's worse. It's just we get to see it all the time. We get to see the dude on the floor bleeding to death.
Well,
as we didn't used to see that back in the day.
But I'm saying the mentality.
Well,
I don't think the mentalities are different now, though. You don't think so?
I think it's different because
I'm saying it used to be a code. Is what I'm saying. Like, certain gangsters moved different back in the day. Than how they do now. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Yeah,
because back in the day, they would. Like, murdering somebody was bad for the drug business.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't want no heat. You want to keep doing what you're doing. And yeah, people been robbing people, but not like this as far as the music industry go. They will rob people, they don't kill them, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's to me, it's worse. And social media play a part of it. Not just is getting caught on camera, but social media make it to where people see people that got it, and it make them. It just makes some people feel like
amplifies it 100 times more. So
I agree.
It make people feel like if I don't got it, then I don't. What am I doing?
I ain't living.
So we got a clip from I guess it was one of his last interviews that he did.
Yeah.
He was talking about kind of this exact situation that ended up happening to him. So
it's crazy.
So before we play the clip, the clip was he was academics,
Mm-hmm.
and academics, the day of him getting murdered, academics was saying that he was there. I guess it was a week ago when he did that.
Mm-hmm.
A week prior to him getting killed that day,
Yeah.
and they tried to rob him.
So yeah, we gonna play this clip if you haven't heard it.
Be like every time I take a jewelry or some shit, I don't know, but they be like, I be on shit. I'm not where I'm from. Be like sneaky. Like in LA, it's like they bold. It's like they want you to know. They want to start a conversation with you first before you get into some shit. Some of them might just go crazy. Majority of the times I got into some shit, it's like they just gave they drop up too fast. You feel me? So the second time I got into some shit, it was like talking loud as shit, letting me hear their conversation. It's like I'm with my peoples, like I'm with my daughter and my girl. Like why they talking about this shit? Like what's around? We outside. We very fast. I'm like, man, you know, I already repeated, but we out. I'm like, man, we out here. Feel me? Like we going. My girl, like, no, what's wrong? Like I'm just going off of the vibes. Like we out. Is she peeping the energy? Because I'm not. She ain't peeping. She ain't peeping. She was thinking I'm tripping about women. She be thinking I'm tripping. So even in the midst of all this, I'm like, no, we out. So she peeped it. I'm serious. Like, no, we out. Drive probably like 2 blocks in the street. She thinking this shit a game. She pulled over somewhere else. Like, oh, I want to go to this store right here. And then in the mix of me, like telling her like where the park at, like somebody came fast as shit and took the park spot, like same spot. It was, I'm like, dude, he must have been following me, son, bro. How the fuck this car get behind me this fast? Like I didn't even look. I look back and that shit was dead quick as shit. And then when I walked past, like the car bombed out, like this shit tended to the max. Oh yeah. I'm getting all this heat coming from the car though. Like I'm feeling the energy coming from the car. I'm like, damn, what the fuck in that car? Like, you know.
So essentially, basically, he had this kind of run in before, apparently.
Yeah, it was like a week before he died.
And it just, I mean, like I say, obviously condolences to him and his family. It's just a sad state of affairs, and I was looking at one of the comments that one of the people was saying in one of the things, and it's saying, the media keeps telling me that I need to fear the white man, but it's our own people doing this to each other. And I really wanted to challenge him on that, but I just kind of let it go, because it's like, we're not telling you that that's the only thing you have to worry about out here. We're not just telling you
it's good and bad people. Like
that's the point. I mean,
good and bad people, and
there's a system put in place you have to worry about, but also these are some of the repercussions because of the system, because a lot of people don't have as much opportunity as they try to say that there is.
Right.
And if there was so much opportunity out here, like people always claiming that there is, people wouldn't have to resort to this type of shit. They wouldn't have to resort to armed robbery and shit like that. I mean, don't get me wrong. You wouldn't be able to stop all crime. I mean, humans do fucked up shit, but I'm saying in some aspect, a lot of shit is because of economic reasons. Now, this one, I'm not saying that was because of, in this particular situation, he was a symbol. He was known. So, they always, you a target once you start to get noticed and any type of notoriety, fame, you automatically become like they use the cheese and the rat analogy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just, I just pray that this shit don't keep happening and people can kind of wake up and realize, like, man, regardless of how you feel about this shit, I mean, you have to be able to look at these people and say, you're one of us. You're like me. You know what I'm saying? We might not agree on everything. But you killing your own folk, man. I don't know, man.
like we said, it's people that don't give a fuck about that shit.
Yeah.
That don't matter.
Yeah, I know.
It's like,
it's
like, nigga, what you trying to kick knowledge? Like, they don't give a fuck about that, brother.
They don't.
They're not gonna hear no brother shit.
Yeah.
I mean, the way that it's just stupid, man. It's stupid. I guess people be hungry and they do crazy shit, but I mean, come on, man, you ain't got to do, run up on somebody. Now, in this situation, what got me, what's a lot of things that's going around the internet is, they blaming his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And right when I first saw it trending, the first thing I saw was, his girlfriend. It was his girlfriend.
Set him up, something like that.
Well, before they say set him up, they said it was her fault.
Oh,
because she took a picture of her food
Dropped the location on the
and
internet.
tagged the location. But he also did it prior.
Yeah.
oh.
He did it prior too.
So,
But he was just talking about that.
yeah, that's why it don't really make sense. It's like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, in a perfect world, you should be able to go out and wear your jewelry, do what you want to do on the internet, you know, go around the city, go where you want to go. In a perfect world, we understand that. Yeah. But in this world, you know, if you go certain places and you got, you know what I'm saying, $300,000 worth of jewelry around your neck,
and that's what I was about
it's
to
kind of like you
that's why I was
making yourself a target.
That's what I was getting ready to touch on, because I follow a lot of people who stay in LA.
Yeah.
And one of the things they were saying was, what the hell you doing at that one?
Yeah.
Like, why is he in that one? Like, he could have went to other ones, which I wouldn't say he wasn't got caught lacking.
Mm-hmm. You could
at
get
the other one.
Anywhere, right.
Yeah.
Which, you know, I would say that on his part, he kind of was lacking because he didn't have security around him.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, you kind of went somewhere where it's known.
Yeah, you like in
the neighborhood around there is known.
In a terrible area with all this jewelry on, no security. I mean,
it's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, that's a recipe for some bad shit.
It is. I don't know, man. You never want to try to blame the dead, but at the same time, we all have to be responsible for the decisions that we make.
Yeah, you gotta.
We don't want to blame them, but it's something to be learned.
Yeah.
The situation, like, you just can't. Like, LA is just one of those places that, I mean, you can go anywhere and you gotta be careful everywhere.
Yeah.
But LA is just one of those places.
Yeah, you gotta be extra.
Because they whole thing, LA's big part of LA identity is gang culture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like they just got different rules they abide by. It's just different hats and shit that you cannot wear out in LA. Yeah. It's just a no-go, you know? And it's just, you ain't from there. It's just places that you just shouldn't be showing up to. You shouldn't be going.
And we're not here defending it, because to me it doesn't make sense at all. It don't make sense at all. But you just got to be aware.
You go into somebody, in an analogy. You go into somebody else's house. They abide by different rules.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I was out there a couple of months ago. You know, I went to Roscoe's. We went to the one in Long Beach. I ain't nobody. I wouldn't go to no fucking South Central. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Long Beach is.
I mean, you still gotta watch in Long Beach.
Yeah,
but still.
Long Beach capital. For what I'm hearing. So, I mean, it's just different out there.
Yeah,
so
it's different. Like you gotta watch yourself everywhere. Like first time I went to Cali, I went to Hollywood. I went to Roscoe's then too. You know what I'm saying? I met an older guy out there. He was from Detroit too. Mm-hmm. So we linked up on some, you know, we're going to watch each other. Yeah, we're going to watch out for each other. You know what I'm saying? We went to Roscoe's in Hollywood. I remember we was in a line, and it was like a Latino, two Latinos. Mm-hmm. One was tatted up head, you know what I'm saying? Yep. And they was, you know, looking and talking loud. Like, it's active out here and shit. Like, I know that energy, you know what I'm saying? So, and that was in Hollywood, so I'm like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta watch yourself.
Same shit back at home.
Yeah, exactly.
Same shit back here. It's like, once you've been a part of it, you recognize it easily. No matter where you go, you can kind of pick up on it. Like,
I mean, bad energy.
Yeah.
Feel that.
Well, I'm saying some people are kind of oblivious to it though.
Yeah. If you ain't never been around it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like. Yeah. Some people don't recognize that it's bad energy, and they don't realize that, because a lot of the street lingo changed too. So, I mean, shit, I'm pretty sure it's street language that I don't really know. Like, I know the old shit, but, you know, I don't know what they saying now, because I ain't in the hood no more. I mean, I ain't got nothing to lie about. I mean, shit. I make enough to where I don't got to be in the hood no more. So,
you just boil it down. You just you got to move smart.
Yeah. Well, see.
With his girl, like with his girl, man, like when like me, if I'm in a situation, if I'm out about with my girl, and I'm saying it's time to go, it's time to go.
Absolutely,
you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely,
like you just gotta don't ask why until we talk about it later, but just when I say it's time to move, it's just time to move. Right. And it ain't no stopping. I gotta look at this, look at that. No, it's time to move. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I was saying this to another person either yesterday or the day before. I said, I'm not famous, yet. Right. But I'm saying I'm not famous, and even I watch the way I move now.
I watch how I move now. So if I did get,
so it's like
extra.
I'm very, and it's what I try to teach my sons to do too. You like be very aware of the people that you are around, because you never know people's intentions. Be very aware of energy and stuff like that, and people smile in your face and plot on you, and that's what I'm saying. It's so much to be alert. You got to always stay, keep your head on the swivel constantly. You got to constantly do that. And again, I'm not talking ill about the brother, but it's just like, you can't be out here wearing that kind of shit. And then, come on, man. I mean, that's not a smart move. That's all I'm saying. And again, I'm not down in the brother, because obviously, I feel bad that this happens. It keeps happening to our brothers. You know what I'm saying? It just fucking keep happening. Like, we always talk about generational wealth and wealth and things like this. And here you are, you one of the lucky that made it. And you want to be able to raise, he said he had a daughter. You want to be able to pass that generational wealth down to your daughter and be able to incorporate some of your values, so she'll be able to understand what it is to have such wealth and to be able to add to it and keep it generational. You know what I mean?
That's one of the reasons why I hate this shit.
Yeah.
Because it make these kids feel like even if you make it, you don't make it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he got on, he on. It don't matter, if he had one song or two songs. He got a song, had a song.
Right.
He made it to a certain extent.
Yeah.
And had a good amount of success to where he can not do what he was doing.
Yeah.
Right.
Or, being in some other shit he ain't had no reason to be into.
Yeah.
And it just make young people feel like, man, it don't even matter if I get on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, my final conclusion, I'm gonna wrap this up from my end. I want us to do better. We constantly, and I know people don't care, but we keep giving them reasons to talk shit about us with black on black crime and all of this bullshit, and we just like, it's not a good look, not just because it doesn't look right to the rest of the world. I mean, where's the unity within us? You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, as soon as you have a disagreement with somebody that look like you or whatever and whatnot, and this is not that particular situation. This was obviously robbery. I'm assuming. I'm hoping it was that and not some fucking hit job. But it's like you have a, whatever dispute you may have with someone doesn't mean you gotta end their life. I mean, I understand sometimes shit happens, sometimes depending on the situation. I get it. I'm not sitting up here and say, it's not possible. You know what I'm saying? It's just we should try to diffuse every situation as much as possible in normal situations. And in this case, with just have security, man. Just if you, and I understand, because you spend all that money on it, you want to flaunt it, you want to wear it. Obviously, you don't spend a whole bunch of money on jewelry just for it to sit there and collect dust. You want to wear it, but you got to be smart about how you wear it. That's all. That's all.
That's one part. I happen to feel like it's even a deeper thing to this.
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to Doggy Diamonds. Shout out to Doggy Diamonds. He was talking about the situation. He was like, we be making people feel who have a regular jobs that they ain't doing shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he absolutely right about that, because, man, going out here and robbing people for jewelry, that ain't, I mean, you gonna rob somebody and you gonna really, they gonna lose their life and then you gonna lose your life.
Mm-hmm.
Messing around, because it was somebody don't want to give it up and they shoot back.
Yeah.
You end up getting killed trying to rob somebody, or go to jail trying to rob somebody.
Yeah.
For how many hundreds of thousands that shit cost? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it ain't even worth it. You ain't
gonna get face value for it.
Oh no,
no, because as soon that's
no.
one thing. As soon as you bought it, the shit appreciate. You know what I'm saying?
No, they gonna do is melt that shit down anyway.
Yeah, they're gonna melt it down with thing is, we be making people feel like they gotta have all this kind of shit and they don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta normalize people having regular fucking jobs and stop being on their back. If you got a regular job and somebody out there down to you about your shit, man, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Keep working your job and work your way up. That's how you get yours. Yeah. Don't be out here trying to rob people and try to take their shit. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm gonna keep on it, man. To me, robbing somebody like that shit is bum behavior.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just say that you don't want to go and put in work somewhere else to get your money. You gotta go out there and take somebody else's shit. I'm just being honest.
For people like us that work for a living, and I understand exactly what you're saying. It's like you work hard for your shit, and then some motherfucker just try to rob you of your shit.
Take it.
Like, you gonna want to bust back immediately. Like,
and then
the fuck?
And then shit also goes into our community, how we be putting thuggery and street shit over being stand-up men and women.
Yeah.
We done traded that being a stand-up man and woman for being a street nigga, a street bitch.
Yep.
We fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You got any final words on this, brother?
Everything y'all said was valid, and you know what I'm saying, I 100% agree. But, also you gotta respect your environment, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you know how people get down, you from the streets. You gotta respect your environment.
Get security.
Yeah.
All right. So we gonna move on to well, it isn't quite as sad, but I mean, if you are an employer, you don't like it, but we teased it last episode. We talked about the quiet quitting, and there's a lot of people out here that probably don't have a good handle, a good definition on what quiet quitting is. So we're just gonna play a little clip, quick clip about quiet quitting.
So the question is, what is quiet quitting? Quiet quitting is referring to a situation where employees are making a choice to not necessarily go above and beyond what they're being asked to do. It doesn't mean that they're not doing their job. They're just not going above and beyond.
Back in my day, it was called posting.
For me, my last time quiet quitting was 5 years ago. I used to be in tech sales. What I did was work less. I wasn't putting in the 40 hours anymore. I wasn't giving in to the drama anymore. I wasn't giving into work gossip anymore. I wasn't answering emails or texts or Slack messages, DMs after the work day, so weekends were free. They were mine.
Even though it's millennials and Gen Zers who are actively talking about it on social media, quiet quitting has been happening amongst Gen Xers, which I'm part of the Gen Xers, for the better part of 2 to 3 years.
So I could tell that hit you home when you said about not answering emails and shit. I'm sure that was a little personal for you, wasn't it? You want to expound upon that, brother?
Yeah, it's a little personal, you know what I'm saying? When my time is up, that's exactly what that means. My day is done. The rest of the day belongs to me, you know what I'm saying? And I'll get back to that the next day because it'll still be there. Shit.
I'm having a little deja vu right now. The thing that stood out in the clip was, people not going over and beyond. Well, that's not what you paid me for. You paid me to do the job, and I'm gonna do just that. I'm gonna do the job.
The thing is, the people, when they do go above and beyond, are they rewarded for it?
Are they compensated?
Are they compensated for it? No. So why would they? You know what I'm saying? I've been busting my ass and I'm not getting nothing in return for it, but making you more money.
I think they got it backwards. They expect you to bust your ass and then get. And then they get it right. Maybe if you give me the money, first,
right. And then I
might do more because I want more money.
Yeah, I have initiative.
You're right about that.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right about that.
I'm not about to overexert myself.
They want to see you bust your ass, and then may or may not.
So play the second clip with Kevin O'Leary.
Okay.
The bullshit that came out of his mouth.
People that shut down their laptop at 5 want that balance in life, want to go to the soccer game, 9 to 5 only. They don't work for me. I can tell you that.
Fuck you, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he's an old rich white man. What do you expect?
Listen,
of course he's gonna think like that.
And so the off mic conversation we was having when I was saying like, man, this motherfucker is clearly out of touch. Like and then these brothers reacted was like, nah, he in touch. That's who the fuck he is.
That's who he is. That's who he got where he at.
That's who he is.
Like, so that old way of thinking, you stick it because you feel like you should stick to it because this was made you rich. I understand. I get it. It makes sense from that perspective.
Well, you know how it is. They like this.
Yeah.
They holding on to that old shit and it just fading away out their hands and shit. You know what I'm saying? They trying to hold on to that old shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That great resignation showed y'all that. You know what I'm saying?
You're right about that because
we ain't playing with that shit no more, man.
When that pandemic happened, that woke a lot of people up.
Yeah.
And they realized, I ain't finna keep working and slaving away the rest of my life. Like, for what?
Right.
Just so you can make profit?
Right.
Exactly.
Let me go enjoy my life.
I mean, what are we getting out of this shit? What are we really getting out of this shit?
No,
401k is not going to really take care of it.
At all.
No, not at all.
Saying? Social Security, is that shit really going to... They talking
don't
about
even
getting
count
rid of
on
that.
that.
They going to get rid of that.
By the time we get there, I didn't even count on that shit.
That 401k shit is a scam, okay? They came up with that. They devised that so they could find a way to do away with pensions because pensions were built like how Social Security is built. The generation, you're paying into it to take care of the generation, the older generation that's here. So you're supplementing them. And then the generation that comes after you is going to have to pay to supplement you. Yeah. That's a really good system if you don't dip into that money. The problem is people see that big old piggy bank like, there's a lot of money in there. Let me
allocate.
Let me use a little bit of that and a little bit of this. And then you can say, it's going bankrupt. No, it's not. Keep your motherfucking hand out the damn cookie jar and they ain't going to worry about it. You know, and that's the con. That's the scheme, you know. Yeah. So, let's do this 401k. How about this? Let's make you responsible for your retirement. That's the American way.
That's the thing, man.
Come on, man.
That's the thing with what he's saying. Listen, man, time is the most important thing.
Yes.
We've been exchanging our time for this money that ain't worth shit.
Not worth
so
shit.
when he's sitting up there saying, you don't work for me, you're goddamn right I don't work for you.
Right.
Because I'm only gonna get this time back and it ain't no guarantee that I'm gonna be put in a situation like you working for you.
Exactly.
Yeah. My thing is I clock out when I clock out and the rest of the day I could spend on trying to better myself, trying to get in a better situation.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to build something
Exactly.
to give me freedom forever.
Do
So
what you
I don't
wanna
got to clock in at all.
Exactly. That's my whole plan right now.
So I'm still working hard, you know what I'm saying? But
Just
I'm
not for you.
Just not for, right. I'm not giving you all my time.
I mean, I'm working hard within the parameters
Yeah.
of what my job details.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
So
But I'm still working hard for myself after I'm done with your job.
So I found myself saying this for the past couple of weeks because, some stuff going on at my job, but I'm not going to get into all of that. But, I found myself saying to some of the coworkers, I said, we work 5 days a week. I said, you do realize that even if they took away one day and we only work 4 days a week, that's 4 out of 7 days.
They still got the
You
majority.
still get more of my time than I get to myself on 4. So on 5 days, you get even more of my time. And then you say, we got to work Saturdays. So now you're asking for 6 out of my 7 days.
That shit always pisses me off when
It's like,
they ask for a Saturday.
An extra day. We
I'm
want
like-
you only get 2 days to yourself. Give me one of those.
what
And
the fuck?
and what really pissed me off is the entitlement that they have
Yes.
over my time.
Yes.
It's mandatory.
Yeah,
That you give me your last.
mandatory don't mean shit to me. It really don't. I don't give a fuck about mandatory.
That mandatory word got me in trouble a while back.
Let's not bring that up.
Yeah, let's not bring that back up. Yeah. But no, I feel what you're saying.
Mandatory don't mean shit to me.
Yeah,
so,
me too.
Because
yeah.
you whatever, you gonna get rid of me, get rid of me, man. I'm not about to be going here putting in more time, taking out of my time. What you trying to do is keep the umbilical cord attached to you. And I'm trying to break off that shit. Like, I need all my time.
Yeah. Man, like I say, when I heard him say that, I'm just thinking, yeah, that's really rich. No pun intended. It's really rich coming from you. You're not gonna work for me. Who the fuck wants to work for you?
Well, you
most
know
people
what?
want to work for themselves.
Right.
Or most people don't want to work at all.
Yeah.
You know what?
Me, shit.
Okay. So what the people directly under you must got a good salary.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, otherwise they wouldn't be up there doing all the shit that you saying. You know what I'm
90 hours a
saying?
week.
But I guarantee you, the ones under them is not doing with that shit you talking about. You a top dog.
Yeah.
So everybody up under that's under you, they higher ups too. You just the head of the food chain.
Yeah.
Everybody under you is higher ups to people like us in this room.
Mm-hmm.
So of course they not going, you know what I mean? They probably not gonna close their laptops at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And all that shit because they like, yo, I'm getting a little money and it's cool. I can say I
Paying
can
me more, so
I might can sit for an hour or two.
But the average, the common man, is walking the fuck out that motherfucker and saying, fuck this job. I don't want to be here when I'm supposed to be here.
And this the other thing. The people that's probably under him, they probably got other perks.
Yeah.
You probably got longer vacation. You probably got all kinds of things like that. See, this is what he not saying.
Yeah.
He's saying, "Oh, my people running me, they don't do that." Yeah, they got a lot of vacations. You
Yeah,
probably
bigger
even pay for
bonus.
their
They get all.
vacations.
Yeah, they get all.
So in terms of the quiet quitting, I've been quiet quitting for the past 5 years. So
I don't give it a phrase. I just do my shit.
that's what
I do
I'm
my
saying.
work. It ain't no phrase.
I can't. We talk about this stuff all night, but it's like I can't go above and beyond at my job. Shit, I feel like you motherfuckers already underpaying me. You want me to work harder?
Yeah.
No. And the reason I can say that without worrying, because shit, even if my coworkers seen this shit and showed it, I don't care. Fire me, because at this point, you have to, now I understand why unions are coming back strong. Unions are coming back with the young people. Unions are really starting to register well with Gen Z because they're joining the workforce and they want flexibility. They wanted it more than we did. They want it bad that they're willing to fight for it. And so the unions are making a comeback. I'm starting to see. It started with Starbucks. It's happening with Amazon. It's probably going to Walmart, Target, and all that shit next.
I can see why.
Yeah,
absolutely.
These kids, I think we talked about this on one of our other episodes. Look, man, these kids see what happened to their parents.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And this is why, a lot of people be saying, oh man, these kids don't want to work. Yeah, they do. They don't mind working. They not about to put their whole life in this shit.
Right.
Because they seen what happened to their parents.
They didn't get much in return.
Exactly. and truth be told, most people that work most jobs are not getting paid their real worth life value. They're not. Most people are being underpaid, whether you especially if you salary. Because they work shit out of you because your pay is already set.
Yeah, that's why.
And that's why
they won't work anymore past a certain time, right? Because it's already predetermined.
And see, I could admit for the world, I'm hourly. I don't have the benefit and the luxury of being salary. I'm still an hourly worker. But you know what?
Right.
Anytime they offering me overtime, I turn that shit down. I don't want it.
Yep.
Can you stay? No, I can't. Because I have a life and I have things that I want to do. And
one of the supervisors had my job. They asked me that yesterday. Hey, Greg, don't you want to come in and work?
Like, now nigga.
Nah. I just laughed.
Work.
I gave him the Jay-Z laugh. He was like, come on, man, cool people work on Saturdays.
Cool.
Yeah, man, I'm
He
lame.
said cool people work.
I'm a lame.
Yeah, he a joke. He's one of them joking type of guys. He like the joking shit.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, yeah, man, I'm a lame man.
I'm lame as shit. I ain't working on no. Like I say, if the people watching this podcast, this is actually work. We put a lot of effort in to try to come up with and craft the show, and we put in a lot of effort in things we do. This is work, but this is work we don't mind doing because we are working for ourselves.
Right.
If we didn't have regular jobs, you know what I'm saying, we'd be able to kick out episodes every day because this is what we enjoy doing. Being able to talk about the issues and shed some light on things. That's why we, honestly, not to trail off too bad, but it's like I don't be wanting to talk about the shit that I see everybody on the internet already talking about half the time. Because it's like a million people that covered this shit already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if
Just regurgitate it.
yeah, only in the event of, if our fan base, if our, followers get up and they request, can you guys talk about this? Sure.
Yeah.
Not a problem.
Shit, y'all can do that right now if y'all want to.
Exactly.
Take the load off of
If it's anything that people want us to discuss about and want to get our opinions on something, anytime, hey, shoot it through the comments or the email, unculturedroots@gmail.com. Doesn't matter, but
We working on that Google number.
yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I forgot all about it. But anyway, we
I ain't forgot about it. I'm thinking about that and I'm thinking about Cash App.
Oh, okay. But yeah, going above and beyond for these people, for these places that already under fucking pay you. No, there's no benefit to it at the end of the day. And yeah, they're gonna talk in their little codes and they're gonna try to guilt trip you and don't fall for it because that's all it is. It's just company jargon. It's just corporate jargon to try to get you to bend to their whim and just to continue to slave the shit out of you. And like Fly say and like I say all the time, we always talk about this off mic. Like, time is your most valuable resource because that's the only thing you ain't getting back. You can go out here and figure out a way to go hustle and make some money. That ain't shit. There's plenty of the gig economy is real. Okay? It's real out here, okay? It ain't shit to go make some bread. But you can never get back that time you wasted at working, pulling extra hours, thinking you're going to get promoted, thinking if you just do this, do that. Like Fi was saying, we want you to bust your ass and slave, and then we'll think about giving you a raise. No, that's not how it works. And you
Not
want
at all.
and here's the thing. Everyone has to look at themselves as a business.
Exactly.
You are
Yep.
business. You,
Yep.
me, we're all businesses.
Yep.
Because
This is which is why y'all should get an LLC and work through an LLC.
Yeah.
That's another thing.
think about it like this too. Think about it like
That's
this
a
too.
game, man. Look that shit up, man. I'm thinking about it.
Think about how if a company if a company is selling products instead of services, or some do both. I know the job I work for do both. But when there's an increase in whether overhead, that's transferred to the customer, is it not?
Yeah. The price goes up.
I'm saying, when you have to pay more, don't you have to charge more?
Yeah.
Right. So they try to say the same thing in regards to when you give us raises. And see, now what I'm hearing a lot of is when people get raises, oh, that's just contributing to inflation. That's inflationary. Because we're paying you more money. That's adding to the inflation. No. See, don't fall for that bullshit. That's the new thing that they're trying to do. And granted,
So
it's
what if you
partly
don't
true.
give me
I'm saying,
right?
it's partly true, but not true to the extent of the part they're leaving out is, don't you see these corporations and all these companies posting record profits? That's not inflation. Y'all making all this extra money. That's not inflation.
Yeah.
Tell me about it. How is it not?
A lot of this shit is bullshit, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
All this inflation shit, this is bullshit. We already know what inflation is.
Yeah.
Inflation is these motherfuckers printing way too much fucking money. That's what that shit is. Stop it. Like, stop it. Y'all just don't want to pay motherfuckers.
That's it. And they never have. If anybody...
Y'all, matter of fact, y'all need to stop eating so fucking heavy up there so everybody else can eat.
Yep.
They ain't never gonna happen.
These people smart. They're smart. Okay, this is why I call them smart, because y'all knew how to dupe people out. This money. That's the reason y'all smart. But what to be smart is to have a cow that keep making milk for a long amount of time.
Yeah.
What y'all doing is, we not gonna we gonna keep all this money here and we'll give you a little this as long as you keep agreeing to doing this. You won't keep people for a long amount of time doing that. You keep people if you pay them right.
And we as people have the power. Stop taking these jobs that's not paying people enough. And see, that's the trade-off, because it's hard, because they know people got to make a living. That's the whole thing. So they figure, shit, you motherfuckers need to work. You need jobs, so we going to offer this low-ass pay.
You're right.
But at the end of the day, if you really look at it, if people was able to hold out, and this is just, I'm being tongue-in-cheek when I say this, because I know it's not easy to hold out. I know that you have to survive. I know you need to pay for your. I get it, because I'm doing it. So it's not that I'm speaking like, oh, I'm a trust fund kid. Shit, I wish I was, but I get it. But people have to not take jobs that are not paying what they are worth, and I'm telling you, you'll start to see that shit change drastically. Yeah. And this is why, to bring it back full circle, this is why unions are important, because you need somebody at that table to bargain on your behalf. You do. Because trying to do it yourselves, the only way you're going to be able to do that successfully is if everybody's on the same page and y'all stage a walkout. Yeah. Especially if like I'm in production. I don't mind putting that out there. I'm in the production sector. So if I'm praying some of my coworkers see this. If everybody just got together and said, you know what, we ain't coming to work. What they gonna do? You gonna fire everybody? Oh, go ahead, fire everybody. Because you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna shut down for about a month and a half. Because you already can't find nobody to come in that bitch and work. Right. But that's not just true for my plant. That's true everywhere else. That's true at most places.
Yeah.
Get a temp agency and people don't know what the fuck they doing.
It's still gonna slow them down.
So you ain't producing nearly what you're supposed to produce.
They're gonna be in a red, and here's why they're gonna be in a red: because it takes time and money to train people to do the job, and then when you're trying to train them to do the job, there's no guarantee they're gonna come back, because a lot of people are ghosting these jobs. They come in here 1 or 2 days and be like, I ain't doing that shit, and then don't come back, and all that money you invested in them is down the drain. So you have wasted money.
Yeah,
and this is a show we talk about our people. You know what I mean? We talk about our our community.
Yeah.
We be saying, to stop a lot of the problems in our community, we need to create jobs. Well, we've been saying this shit forever. And this is, to me, it's not that we need jobs. I mean, we do need jobs. We need jobs that's paying.
Livable wage. Yes.
We need jobs that's paying. Not just jobs. We need jobs that's paying.
Yep.
So something that could combat the kid from going to the street and hustling on the corner. You know what I'm saying?
Jobs people can support their family with.
So let me ask you guys, and I know it's going to be a rhetorical question because I know how all three of us feel about it. Do you think a person flipping burgers deserves to make a livable wage?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
To a certain extent. Because I think some jobs is made for you just
a stepping stone.
Yeah, it's an entry level in the life. Yeah. Like you want to start somewhere. You don't want to be so comfortable that you don't try to move to something better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
But I do want them to have something where they can take care enough to take care of their people.
Yeah, I mean, this is
household.
One of the wealthiest countries in the world. Everybody should be making enough.
I don't think a business should be in business if you can't pay your people a living wage. I'm sorry, I just don't believe that. And I would say that I would say the same thing if I was starting a business. I would say the same exact thing. Like if I can't pay these people enough to incentivize them to keep wanting to come back to work. Yeah. And that's the point they don't understand. They try to come up with all these cockamamie things. Let's give them pizza. Let's do these other things and all of this shit. In all reality, all you have to do all you have to do is pay more money. That's all you got to do.
Like we in the 5th grade and
Pizza party on Friday, guys.
Remember them little things they had when you read all those books and you get a pizza party to your class? That's
Oh,
like
those shit. Yeah, I know what they're about. Man. But no, it's like they know what they have to do. They just refuse to do it.
Yeah.
You need the right incentives. And in some jobs, they've even like,
I don't need an incentive. I just need you to pay me what I want. I could buy what
I'm saying that's the
want.
incentive. The money is the incentive. That's what I'm talking about.
No, they be trying to have other incentives.
Yeah.
And I don't want all that shit. Give me the money. What Cuba good? Show me the money.
Show me the money.
That's what the fuck I want, the money.
I love black people.
But these jobs, man, these places, they so sneaky and they so clever. And I don't want to drag on this too long because we could definitely talk about this shit an entire show.
You know we working people.
That's right. You said that good last time. That's other.
You already know.
But other things that they try to do because they always looking to cut cost. That's what a business is only concerned about the bottom line. We know this, okay? It's a money game. It's a numbers game. It's all about money. It's all about economics. It's not about you. We're a family. No, we're not. No, I'm a number to you. That's what this is. So
don't buy in that shit.
Don't do
Y'all
it.
ain't my uncle.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Uncle Sam ain't my uncle.
It's just Sam.
Hell no. I don't know that white man.
Just Sam.
Just Sam.
I don't know Samuel. Only Samuel I know. Never mind.
That's an off mic. Them some off mic jokes they don't know. But anyway.
Only it's two Samuels I know. One pass. I'm not gonna. Never mind.
Yeah. But for the quiet quitting, because we did trail off, I welcome it. I don't blame a person going into work and not wanting to give their all, especially if they feel like they're not being compensated the right amount of money.
They seeing, like, everybody is seeing, like, hey,
it's
like,
not
we're
worth
getting
it.
the short end of the stick
It's
here.
not worth
So
it.
what?
You know, they want you to work harder, and all people have to do, and if you want a homework assignment, just do this. Look at America's productivity. Look at there's plenty of statistics on the internet. Go back to 1975 to now. And then also look up, and you'll probably be able to find them both combined. Look up the wages. Compare the productivity and compare the wage growth. That's your answer right there.
Yep. A little homework for y'all.
That's it.
It's a paradigm shift going on.
Yo, no, it's starting to change, and I'm loving the change. That's why I said them unions is coming back. They're coming back hard. They're coming back strong, and it's time.
Y'all complaining about people do bare minimum. Y'all doing the bare minimum. That's the trick. Y'all trying to. That's been always the trick. The Jedi mind trick to make you think that you doing bare minimum
I couldn't have said it better. I couldn't have said it better.
I'm gonna end it with that.
Couldn't have said it better myself. That's it. What say you, brother?
Y'all said everything.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna switch gears. We're gonna keep this moving because we got a few topics. We're gonna talk about this. This for you, Dario, man. We're gonna talk about this Ray J.
This for you, man.
We're gonna talk about this Ray J and Kim K situation, not little Kim.
Not that Kim.
No. So it's not really getting a lot of traction. I haven't heard a lot of people talking about it. I mean, some people are talking about it, but we don't have a clip for this one. But it's the stuff about the sex tape. They're still talking about the sex tape.
Talking about this old ass tape.
It's like
don't nobody care about this goddamn sex tape.
So I'm trying to because I was trying to like really get a handle on it. Basically, the mother kind of got this together, orchestrated it.
Yeah, Ray J went online saying that the sex that she made them do. They made multiple sex tapes.
They did one, and she told them to go back and do another.
Yeah, because it didn't make her look good in that one.
I don't like that angle.
She was quarterbacking the whole thing.
Christ.
With her daughter.
Watching your daughter get plowed.
That's pimp shit. That's fucked up.
Ain't that's what it sounds
That's
like?
fucked up pimping right there. You do your old daughter.
How can you watch your kid just... I'm sorry. No, I can't do it.
That's taught her everything she know.
Jesus Christ.
Hey man,
Okay, so what other parts of it is, it's been threats to Ray J in terms of him being kicked off the board of his company. Was his company Raycon?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Oh, yeah.
So they've been trying to vote him out, of his own company because of this.
Steve Jobs.
Mm-hmm. And so, I guess I brought it up. Obviously, core X for us to talk about it, but it's like when you, it's just another example of they don't want us to be successful like that. Ray J, a black man, he got his own company. I mean, he had bread, but he's doing his own thing now. He's not into that stuff, and he was young then. He's older now, and he's focused on bigger and better things, and they're still trying to drag him down.
What that got to do with his company, though?
Well, because they don't like it's like bad press. It's like bad publicity. And
that tape been out before his company
granted.
even existed.
I'm sure that they.
But he wasn't the owner of. He wasn't like in charge of a company like that back then as it was happening.
No, but what Hirsch is saying is that sex tape been out. It ain't like they don't
knew
know. The
about the
investors,
tape when the company was
the
getting
investors
started.
should have known already about that.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they're overreacting because of negative press and people want to be on the right side, especially with money involved.
It made
you
me
want to make
think
sure
of
you're on the
something
right
else.
side of the mob.
To me, it made me think something else there.
Like it's a setup or something. Like
It's possible.
Don't put it past it.
It just seems like some there that they. What is it? That he getting bigger and somebody's trying to sabotage that? Like what's going on there? Because there's no reason why this sex tape should be getting in his way when everybody should have known about this. He's been online talked about it before.
Yeah. Everybody knew about that sex tape before he even started that.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying? So
my commentary on this is just I think it's just another example of I don't like to make it a race issue because of how many black men the Kardashians done been through.
or how many been through something.
Anyhow, listen, it's just you start something. It's very ironic if you start a company yourself, and then something comes along, and then you have to be in front of a board members trying to explain and defend yourself to try to save your own ass for your own shit. You trying to kick me out of my own shit that I started. And,
For
you know
some
what I'm
shit
saying?
you already knew I did.
Exactly.
When you invested in it.
Exactly. And
That sounds like some trickery right there.
yeah. And I know I might not be having a whole story because honestly I didn't put as much focus and energy into getting everything about this story because
We should have had this nigga calling. He might.
or should have. Yeah. I mean, I told him I'd talk about it, but
To be honest, man, I seen this shit happening on the internet. I seen him going on there and getting all type of receipts and shit. But I just was like,
Didn't
man,
care enough.
Yeah, I didn't care. I'm about tired of them. You know what I'm saying?
oh shit.
I don't want to hear all this shit about them. What they doing. I mean, we
Keep my comments light.
yeah, I mean, from the last time when she came out saying that bullshit about working and all that shit, I was like,
Oh
yeah.
man.
I ain't listening to them. I ain't about to get him no more publicity from me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? This is like, why y'all keep fucking with him? Stop fucking with him.
Yeah, leave the brother alone, man. He ain't fucking with
No,
y'all.
I'm talking about the brothers. Why is y'all fucking with them?
Oh, fucking with them. Oh, I agree.
fucking
I
with
mean,
them.
well,
You know,
I'm gonna save that for the conspiracy show.
Listen, man. Look, man. I don't know, man. Maybe it's me, but they just be like, "Oh man, she's so bad." I don't understand. I don't understand why y'all like them so bad. Like, I don't understand it.
I don't see the appeal there, but to each his own. They're not sexy to me at all. None of them.
They,
I mean, they're not.
you can go get the real thing. They manufactured.
Man,
There's a lot of appropriation.
Right.
you said it. They manufactured. They built that. I don't. I like stuff that kind of come into its own, not preset.
Naturally,
That's
right.
preset.
like-
Let me not say. Let me be quiet. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice.
Say, man, I like everything organic.
Yep,
Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
No GMOs.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't really particularly.
I was gonna come up with an acronym for that, but I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'm just gonna leave it alone.
Nah.
I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. I know what the official one is, but I'm like, no, let me just,
Yeah.
It is definitely modified.
I don't want anything modified.
I like mods in my video games, not my real life women. So, but anyhow, they're gonna call us all sexist pigs for this one. But
I mean, how for what? How?
because I said I don't
got a
like
big
things
following,
modified.
right?
I said I don't like things modified on women. So you know what that goes to. Uh-oh.
That's your
So
preference.
what? So what?
Uh-oh, fake hair.
Remember
Uh-oh,
we talked
eyelashes. Uh-oh.
Remember we talked about preference last week?
I know.
Right.
It's a preference.
I know.
Not dissing, you know what I'm saying?
No, they're going to take it as that, though.
That's
If
them.
you-
That's
yeah.
that's
Sound
they,
like a personal problem.
I can't control
Yeah,
how
that's
you
their
take
problem.
it. I'll just say what I prefer.
that's their problem.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I don't. I'm gonna make this quick because I didn't want to stick on this too long.
Yeah, no, let's get on. Don't want to give him no more publicity.
Y'all need to leave Ray J alone and let this brother do his thing. He ain't worried about y'all. Y'all people. I didn't want to insult you, even though I did.
Even though I did.
Let's hurry up, get off this shit. This shit turned to a train wreck. bro. Let's get off this shit.
Just leave the brother alone, man, and I'm done.
I ain't
That's
gonna
all I'm
say.
saying.
Listen, I can't sit there like, no, leave him alone. That sound like.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing to do with this shit.
All I'm gonna say is,
I'm saying leave him alone because I don't like to see no black man go through some shit and
I
he
don't
try to
either.
turn his
I
life
don't
around.
either. I don't
You know
either.
what I'm saying?
Listen, I don't either.
wanna see that,
I'd
man.
rather Ray J get this Raycon check than the love
Yeah,
and hip
that's
hop
what I'm
check.
saying. Yeah, it's
any day.
absolutely.
I really do.
He's trying to be legitimate. Like let the brother be legitimate.
Let
Like,
Brandy's
damn.
brother have his day. Okay?
Exactly, Brandy's brother.
Ain't that Brandy's brother?
You know, let Brandy's brother have his day, man. But
All right.
at the same token, leave them Kardashians alone. Move on.
I second that.
Do what you want to do. You gonna learn.
I gotta-
You gonna learn one way or the other.
You gonna learn or you gonna burn?
Right.
Oh, you gonna do both? Learn and burn, nigga.
Learn and burn at
burn.
the same time.
Don't crash, though. Don't crash.
All right, man. We gonna move along, man. Because I'm pretty sure ain't even last time that shit gonna come up. But anyway, we're gonna move along to a story. I don't know if many people were paying attention to this week. I mean, a lot of people probably were, but this is a little bit of a longer clip because I just wanted this to be for people who haven't heard this story, and there are people who haven't heard this story. So this is a clip about a 17-year-old black female in Iowa. She killed her alleged rapist. Like, she accused him of raping her, and so she killed him. You know, and now she's ordered to pay his family $150,000 in lieu of jail time.
Oh, hell no.
So we're gonna roll that clip.
Teenage human trafficking victim who killed her accused rapist has been ordered to pay $150,000 restitution to the man's family. 17-year-old Piper Lewis was sentenced Tuesday after she pleaded guilty last year to involuntary manslaughter in the stabbing death of 37-year-old Zachary Brooks in 2020.
My story can change things. My story has changed me. The events that took place on that horrific day cannot be changed, as much as I wish they could. That day, a combination of complicated actions took place, resulting in the death of a person as well as stolen innocence of a child.
At the time, Lewis was a repeat runaway who had been taken in by a man named Christopher Brown, who portrayed himself as her boyfriend while he trafficked her for sex. In May of 2020, she said Brown told her she would have to stay with Zachary Brooks and have sex with him for giving her shelter. She said Brooks raped her multiple times before she stabbed him after the final sexual assault in June of that year. Lewis was arrested the following day. She was originally charged for first-degree murder, but later pleaded guilty to involuntary manslaughter. While her lawyers had argued paying restitution to the accused's family was cruel and unusual punishment, after the sentencing, an attorney said it did not concern the 17-year-old.
That's not the most important and pressing concern that she has. She wants to move on with her life. She's got her entire life in front of her. She has all these opportunities ahead of her. So the restitution is really not something that she's bothered by at this point.
According to reports, police and prosecutors have not disputed Lewis was sexually assaulted and trafficked. But as Brooks was asleep when he was stabbed, they said he was not an immediate danger to Lewis. During her sentencing hearing Tuesday, Lewis's lawyers accused Brown of aiding and abetting sex trafficking, but police have still not pressed charges. Instead of facing 20 years in prison, Lewis will instead have to serve 600 hours community service with 5 years probation. While jail was taken off the table, she could still face prison time if she breaks her probation conditions.
So that was a little bit of a longer clip than usual, but again, that's a good layout of that story. And in the beginning, you kind of heard her in her own words. Yes, it sounded scripted, but she probably did feel some remorse for killing him. But at the same time, she was being raped. She's 17.
This is easy.
Okay.
Fuck no. What are we doing here?
Yeah.
Fuck no. I ain't paying his family a motherfucking thing.
Yeah.
If I was in her shoes, I the one got the bad treatment. I got fucked up. He raped me. He pinned me out. How the fuck I'm gonna be out here paying y'all for his bad behavior?
Mm-hmm.
Now I hear what the court saying, "Oh, you want to know imminent danger? You sleep? Yeah, man. I gotta get this motherfucker. Make sure I can get away."
Mm-hmm.
She probably somewhere she don't know where she at. He probably took away from home.
Mm-hmm.
She
Well,
don't
said
know
she was a
anybody.
runaway.
Yeah, she was.
But
So
I'm
she
saying
was getting
she's
pimped
not.
out by one guy, and he gave her to this dude.
To the dude who she killed.
Who she killed.
Yeah.
But still, it's like why? She's probably nowhere near her surroundings where she's initially from. And so it ain't like she knows somebody where she could get away. I don't think people realize when like somebody in a situation like that, how scary and traumatizing that is.
Yeah.
Because you don't know who to trust because you don't know who.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't know where you are. Don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Now, if they want to give her something, any type of time because, okay, he was no imminent danger, at least take the money off the fucking table where she got to pay these motherfuckers.
Well, I guess the money was to supplement the fact that she's not going to jail because she took the plea deal.
No. You going to give me probation and I'm not paying them a damn dime.
I mean, that was probably the best they could do because they were charging her with first-degree murder, but then
these motherfuckers could do whatever they want to do.
Oh, absolutely.
Let's keep it a buck.
Yeah. But I mean, she's a black girl in Iowa, and so it's like, come on, it was gonna be slanted anyway. Yeah. Now, could you imagine if it was a
my camera out.
Oh.
No man, go keep going.
If you like if it was a white girl. Now what do you think if it was a white girl?
She wouldn't be paying shit.
She wouldn't be paying shit.
And that's my thing. That's my thing.
That's what I'm saying. I know, I agree with you. I'm not disputing.
They would do that. They would let all that shit go with somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She shouldn't have paid nothing. See, just for her to plead guilty on that, now she got the shit on the record. She ain't ever had no record. Now it's on her record.
Yeah.
Now she's 17 and she got a whole life ahead of her. Now she got to worry about trying to get a job with this on her record.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought when I heard her attorney saying that, and I'm thinking,
how she gonna?
How she have so many opportunities when she's been convicted of? She pled guilty too.
Yeah.
So it's like,
where is she gonna get a job good enough?
And
to
that's
pay
a violent
off?
offense.
Yeah,
and they don't usually hire people for violent offenses.
And she's gonna have to explain that shit every time she goes to get a job.
So she has to relive that trauma every time.
Then they gonna just for them to tell her we ain't hiring you.
Exactly. Exactly. Or she gotta be forced to take some low high demanding but low paying ass job like we just talked about.
She's
Still
17.
ain't gonna be able to pay off no 100.
How the fuck do you expect her to do that?
She's 17, bro. She's 17.
Like,
You know what I'm saying?
You expect a 17-year-old
She's
to
still.
pay.
I know in some states that that's almost like I guess they would consider her grown, but she's a kid. She's still a kid, bro.
Mm-hmm.
She's still a kid.
Yeah. It was he was asleep.
That's a
He
hell.
wasn't in no immediate danger. Bullshit. How not?
That's a hell no for me, man. Hell no.
I don't understand these judges and shit when these people be. I don't understand these courts sometimes. Like, I agree, man. This is one of the things. Like, well, but I guess I mean, were they really able to prove that he was raping her?
They could prove it by that and getting a rape kit.
Yeah, they haven't.
Did they do that?
I don't think so. I didn't hear that in the story.
If they did, they fucked
Can they
up.
prove if it was consensual or not? But it'd still be statutory rape.
Yeah, it's still some form of rape because she underage.
She underage.
So it's like still rape.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And but then you got to think about it. What kind of situation you put in a person who's clearly a runaway, so they don't have nowhere else to go. And then you saying, look, in order to stay here, you got to keep getting piped down. Like, come on, what kind of that's an ultimatum. That's not really a choice. It's just like either do this or get the fuck out. And it's like, come on, really? Are we? That's what I'm saying. How inhumane can we be?
Yeah, I mean, that dude was really aiding and abetting a runaway, bro.
Yeah,
because he could have. Where you live at? Where your home at? Who's your parents? He could have took her to the nearest police station to make sure she got home.
Exactly.
But he didn't do that. What'd he do?
You know, take advantage of the situation. And I don't know, man. It's
he got her from the dude who was pimping her out.
Yeah.
He still could have took her.
Yeah.
And took her to a police station or wherever to get her help.
But he took her to take advantage and these people sick. I don't feel bad for him getting murdered though. I don't feel bad. If the story is to be believed and that's what you were doing.
She had to do what she had to do to get out of there.
That's what I'm saying.
I look at it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't feel bad if you was in here raping this girl.
Yeah.
I don't feel bad if she got the best of you because you was getting the best of her. No, I don't know. You get what you get. I don't feel bad for you if the story is to be believed. If they was to be able to get some DNA and then do all of that from him, he's dead. Then you got what you got, and she shouldn't be held responsible for any of it. She shouldn't even be on probation, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. Like no, because I keep asking myself, would they do this to a little white girl? Would they do that?
I wonder did the family try to push for her to have to pay them because it's like y'all's family member chose to take a 17-year-old and have sex with her.
Exactly. We ignoring that part.
For that?
Ignoring that part though.
Right.
They ignoring that part.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now that's what y'all probably embarrassed about.
There was another story like this not too far. I forgot her name, but pretty much the same situation. She ended up killing her, the guy that was raping her and shit, and she went to prison and all that.
I think I know what you're talking about. I think I remember that.
I know her name.
Didn't they get her out?
Yeah, I think she got out not too long ago.
She had got a movie and a book about her. What she was doing. What is that telling you? I thought we spoke about her.
I think we did.
We might have.
I think we did.
Yeah. She shouldn't have done time.
No, at all. Like, no woman that's getting raped that retaliates should be getting any. I'm sorry, man. That's you can't
self-defense.
That's just got to be self-defense. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Now, the only way I couldn't justify it is if the nigga raped you and then he went home and then you went home and then you went over that nigga house and killed him. I can't really justify that because you should have went to the police.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I can't. If y'all in the same vicinity and it looked like you can't get away, I understand that. Right. But if he raped you and you was able to get to safety, call the people. That's what I'm saying. Don't take the chance. That's my whole thing. Yeah. And don't take the chance of taking it in your own hands. And it's easier. I'm a man. I get it.
And that,
I understand.
That's my whole thing with this case right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
It ain't no phones in the house no more. It ain't no house phones. It ain't like she sneak,
Exactly.
sneak and get on a house phone. Everybody got cell phones.
That's a good point.
She probably didn't even have a phone.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think so. Yeah, she was a runaway.
How she gonna call anybody to get help?
No pay phones. Those are
Y'all took that away.
And nowadays, most people don't even remember people's numbers. I don't know you niggas' numbers by heart. Exactly. I mean, it's in my phone, but I couldn't tell you y'all niggas' numbers.
I know like one or two numbers.
That's what I know. My wife's number and
a lot of people don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I barely know hers, but
my own.
I barely know my own numbers. Oh, shit. But yeah, not to make light of this. I mean, she shouldn't. My final take on this is, she shouldn't get any time at all. She shouldn't. And where the fuck you get $150,000 from? Where you just pull that out of your ass? Mm-hmm. Where you get that number from?
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm trying to understand.
That's crazy.
I can see the 600 hours of community service. Okay, fine. If you're gonna do anything, community service is community service. She do that, she get to go home at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. But personally, in the perfect world, if I was the judge, oh no, dismiss this shit. She not guilty. No, if he was getting raped, obviously I would say we have to prove that you were being raped.
Right.
We have to prove that first. Because you still did kill somebody, but if it come to find out, if we can prove that he was raping you, throwing this shit out. It's gone. Case closed. Nothing else. For the people, for his family trying to countersue, you have no case. Get the fuck out of my room. Get the fuck out of my court.
Exactly.
I should charge you motherfuckers for stupidity. I can't though, because it's not a law.
Yeah, a lot of people locked up.
too much
damn country, man.
Ooh, man.
Ain't enough jails.
It ain't
They
enough
gotta
jails.
build more jails.
God damn.
Yeah.
Charging niggas for stupidity. That's funny. Yeah.
And my thing is, hell no, man. Like, she shouldn't be doing no time for this shit. Mm. She shouldn't be seeing no jail cell for this shit. You know what I mean? She did what she had to do to get out of the situation. And the situation that was harming her. You know what I mean? Like, she's 17 and y'all sending her down in the cell after she been traumatized with all the shit she be going through. She got to sit in the cell for what other people done to her. Yeah. And all she was trying to do was escape. That's bullshit.
So you, Brother Hirsch?
I agree. She shouldn't have to pay nothing. You know what I'm saying? She shouldn't see no jail time. I think it was should have been a self-defense case.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's not seeing any jail time unless she
breaks
fuck up on probation.
Probation.
Yeah, she violate probation and she can.
How long is the probation?
5 years.
That's a long.
You said she only getting probation. That's all she getting.
She's getting She's getting 5 years probation and 600 hours. 600 hours of community service,
and then the money.
No, fuck the money, bro.
Well, no, she's not getting any money. She
That's
has to
what
pay.
I mean. Yeah, she gotta pay the money.
Fuck the money, man. Fuck the money. Why am I paying these people this money from what their family member done to me?
Right.
Why am I doing that?
I mean, it's a slap in the face, man. I just, ugh.
Hey, man, he out here messing with, obviously he be messing with prostitutes. Y'all should have had some insurance on his ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no reason why she should be paying them. He did that to her. Why is she paying?
I agree.
All she need is probation. If she gonna get anything, let her go in about her business. She's 17 years old. She need a job. She gonna have to get a job one day, and all this shit gonna interfere with her. That's what I feel about it.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, we're gonna move on to another topic.
Well, y'all been pissing me off on this.
Well, this is no, it's not really even a lighter topic. It's
we going down going down the path of dark.
I mean, this episode on dark mode.
Yeah,
call it dark mode.
Hey, there we go.
that's
episode dark mode. It's dark mode. 58.
I figured that was okay.
Dark mode.
Hey, you helped him because he usually come up with the titles.
I know he gonna pull it out of something we say.
Yeah, he does. He's really good at that, man. So this is a one that women who are objective, and I say that with all sincerity, women who are objective, who can discern logic between emotion. This is a real conversation that I know women want to hear from men. So this one is basically fixing men's mental health. This is a clip about that.
Therapy, and I have men telling me, what do we need to go to therapy for? It doesn't work. Y'all say that we don't care, yet when we give y'all options and choices of what you can do to be a better person, you complain and you say that they don't work.
I'm gonna give y'all a trigger warning now, because this is a whole different type of video. Like, I'm really about to have to say some things. Y'all do not know what it feels like to be a dude, grow up being a dude, live life every day being a guy. A black one at that. I went my whole life without nobody caring about my mental health or how I was doing. I went my whole life with people drilling in my head that I need to stop being emotional. I went my whole life with people telling me, oh, you can't react and you can't. So now after 21 years of people drilling this into my head, now that I'm emotionally unavailable, I'm wrong? And frankly, no, I'm not. I don't want to just sit down with somebody who has a piece of paper from some university to say that they can tell me what's wrong with me. The truth of the matter is, most of y'all don't care. A lot of you don't care. And then you don't start caring until we really just become unavailable to y'all when y'all want something from us. Like, black men are the only people I have ever seen crucified and scrutinized for the simple fact that they are not okay because of trauma. What? You're traumatized? Bro, be a man. You're traumatized? Bro, go to a therapy session or something. Be a man. Go dig a hole or something. Like, what? And then y'all love to act disingenuous about the fact that y'all act that way. Like, y'all love to pretend like y'all don't act like that. The problem isn't us now. The issue is the stigmas and stereotypes y'all allow people to push onto young men and boys. Y'all glorify these things. Like, do y'all not understand that most men are used to emotional neglect? Like, y'all want us to open up, but then y'all want us to be these emotionless robots. And then y'all want us to open up again just to throw it back in our face whenever you get mad. Again, another situation where you guys are so quickly to just blame us for simply not being okay. Like, I didn't do this to myself. I can't help that I'm messed up. I didn't mess myself up. Like, why would I do that?
So there's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah.
So I noticed, again, looking at her, it's just like reading a book. I know what parts stand out. When he said that part about for them to throw it back in our face, oh, that one hit a nerve. Even got a smile out of fly over here with that one, because I can relate. So how do you feel about what was being said, brother?
Yeah, I think he said a lot of good points about, how we kind of train to, not be emotional.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? How to, don't be a bitch. Toughen up, you know what I'm saying? You kind of drill that into you, from when you're young.
Man up.
Right, man up. Nigga. You crying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've heard that when I was young.
Yeah. So, you can't, drill that into somebody and then feel some type of way when they not what I don't know, like normal people. Like, no, we not gonna be like normal people. We wasn't taught to be like that. We was taught to, push it to the side, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think he said some good points.
He covered a lot of bases.
Yeah.
This is the case where the chickens come home to roost. Like, it's just one of those things where it just blow back in your face. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we've been saying for a long time that we've been taught to hold shit in, not really say, if we do say anything or show any type of emotion, we either weak or not a man. They basically try to demasculate us just for, showing that
just
type
for
of
being
emotion.
Showing emotion.
And even worse, when you live in a certain area, you can't show. It's almost like you can't show no emotion because you mess around and get killed.
The only emotion you can show and be a man is like aggression and anger. You know what I'm saying?
Right. we in a time right now where everything is very like confusion. There's a lot of confusion going on. Is women that still sticking to the be a man. Don't then we got the women that's saying, oh, y'all need some help. Y'all need to go and talk to somebody about it. But it's also how you telling them. Like the woman that was in the clip, how she going about it, how she saying, how she coming off. See, you making a dude not want to do that. He's gonna not want to go the way you coming at him like that. Like, oh, we give y'all this, we give y'all that. Yo, if we not gonna, as a collective, black men are not gonna get help like this. It's easy for women to say that because y'all been having the privilege to do that your whole life.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all can be emotional if y'all want to. It's a lot of things y'all can do that we can't do. But it take time for us to have to do. It take time for people to heal, period.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It takes time. Now, black people, we the main ones. It's hard to go to get any type of help like that because we don't want to be looked at as crazy. We don't want none of them type of stigmas. Oh, man, you go to a head doctor. We don't want none of that shit. Which I feel like, if you feel like you need to do that, then go ahead and do that, man. And it's no... If anybody tried to shame you into do that, man, fuck them. Then they don't care about you. You know what I'm saying? Go get your help if you need it. But for women, if y'all want you to get help, you can't be coming at them like that. You can't be going at them like, yo, you motherfucker, you got problems. You need to go get some help. Like, that's not gonna do it.
I think like as far as showing emotion and stuff like that, I think it's been drilled so deep in, for me that like I can't cry if I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? At this point, like this shit don't even. Yeah, but it's not that I'm not sad or something. It's just like I can't.
But then you know what? That's saying something, dog.
Yeah,
that's hard right there, bro.
Yeah,
like,
I be at funerals and shit. Like I can't. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that.
I don't really cry that much, but I never like 100% lost my emotions. You know what I'm saying? I guess I'm more able to control mine. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to control it. But I think all of us, men, a collective, we just try to figure out how to deal with them.
Right.
And the problem we having is how to deal with it. Yeah. What coping mechanism is healthy and what's not. You know what I'm saying? And some of the coping mechanism became drinking, smoking, getting into all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just easy for somebody to sit there and tell men, I need help. And there's nothing wrong with saying it, but it's how you say it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you can't point the finger at us like we need help. You know what I'm saying?
What say you?
Well, you guys touched on a lot of things. Like as far as the crying aspect of something. Back in 2013, I lost my grandfather and my great grandmother in the same year.
Yeah.
And my grandfather, when he died, I saw him a week before he died. And I always tell this story to my kids because I had my boys with me when my daughter obviously wasn't born yet. But, my youngest son was 2. So, yeah, he got a chance to see them before he passed. He died of, assuming lung cancer because he smoked all of his life. And the last thing he asked me, he said, look, man, do you smoke? I said, no, I stopped smoking 3 years ago. He's like, yeah. Don't ever do that dumb shit ever again. Because he's at the end of his life at 70 years old. He's realizing this is the effect of doing this shit all my life. And now this is what's taking me out. The habit that I've done.
Yeah.
And
he still made it to 70.
Still made it to 70.
So if he didn't do it, he probably would have lived to.
I mean, yeah, because you know he had a heart attack a while back, but he survived it, and you know what I'm saying. But when my dad told me that he died, when he called me and he told me he died, I'm just like, and the whole week, people just like, it ain't looking good, and I'm like, but y'all not saying nothing because I didn't know what was happening to him at that point. I didn't know that he was dying of lung cancer. I didn't find out till after he died. But I didn't cry until 2 days after he died because that's when it hit me. I was in the shower. I was in the shower, literally just doing what I normally do, getting the soap.
Yeah, and it just
hit.
Hit at one time.
It just hit out of fucking nowhere. Yeah. And I just broke down crying in the shower. And I'm just like,
I could relate.
Fuck, he's really gone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, and I think back to that, and I'm thinking, why the fuck did it take me 2 days to cry? This is me trying to connect the dots with this emotionless shit. You know what I'm saying? And then, same thing a couple months later when I lost my great grandmother. It's just like, for her, it was a little different. I don't think I cried for her at all, only because she lived to be 90. And she got to see my kids. So they were her great-great-grandkids.
Oh, nice.
So she had a full life. Yeah. Not to say my grandfather, but 70, it's like, that's
a little short.
Yeah, it's a little short, So, but the crying, I'm talking about the crying aspect because, they teach us as men not to cry.
Yeah.
And we are made of the same shit that women are made of. There are some differences, with estrogen and testosterone being one of the two differences in between us. But we're organic beings. Shit, animals have emotions. You know what I'm saying? Why can't men have emotions? It's okay for a dog to be sad. You know what I'm saying? And don't tell me animals ain't sad, because if you ever seen one of them fucking commercials where they play that sad ass music, save the animals, you know what I'm saying? Them animals be looking sad as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So society dictates to man, and then I know this sound like, oh damn, nigga, you took a long time to get to your point. Yes, because I have to add every element in it. If it's okay for women and dogs and children, and it's just that same old adage about you a man. No. You know what I'm saying? And there's another, to tie this in, because I was, as I was putting the show together earlier, I saw another clip, and I'm talking about it now, but I'm gonna put it on next week's show because I want people to hear the clip. Talking about, there was a woman on there saying why we don't need men. And there was a woman on there defending men. No, you need men. She was talking about, well, what about lesbians? There's lesbians. And she was the woman who was defending men was saying, listen, men make it to where it's suitable to live. In other words, what she was referring to is men don't live longer for one reason. We do way more dangerous jobs and dangerous shit to keep society afloat. I was saying this to my wife earlier about, think about the people who work at DTE. Not saying women don't work at DTE. Do you think a woman is going to climb up on that light pole and try fucking with them high voltage ass electrical wires up there? I'm not saying that they don't do it. Yeah, I'm just saying, come on now, let's keep it 100. Let's keep it a buck.
I do you one better. Let's ask a question. How many times you seen a woman get up on that pole?
I have never seen it. Honestly, I've never seen it. That's why I say I can't say it's never been done, because I can't speak in gender. But I'm saying I have never seen it.
Yeah.
So men do dangerous jobs. People think that them fishermen, they think that shit ain't dangerous.
Oh, hell yeah.
The fuck? You out there on the ocean trying to catch fish? You nuts?
In the middle of the storm.
In the middle.
And you gotta do it. You gotta do it. If you don't, you don't eat.
You don't eat. I don't see women doing that shit. And again, we are not bashing women here. This is not what this is about. We are still talking about men. What we are saying is,
I think what they gotta understand is, we not trying to bash women. We just trying to lift up things that y'all just throw to the side about men that y'all just be oblivious to?
Because it's not important to them. And I'd say one of the biggest detriments we have within society is the fact that we don't use empathy towards each other, men and women. Doesn't matter the race, men, women of any color and any walk of life. We don't use empathy towards each other. We minimize when a man is coming to you and telling you what's going on. You know, a lot of women minimize it, and it's not a big deal to them. Now, you know, I know we talked about that personally on a personal conversation on my end, but it's true for men and women. We do this to each other. And, you know, this is going to tie into our next segment before hit or miss, but, you know, there's a disconnect. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to keep this short and brief for my final take for the men's mental health. Men are constantly being dictated to that you have to be strong, you have to be superior, you cannot show weakness. And like you say, one of you, I think it was you, that said, depending on the type of environment you come from, they'll eat you alive if you show that type of emotion and weakness. It's true. You said it.
Yeah.
Okay. Where all of us come from, you couldn't show weakness like that. You couldn't. You get bullied, you get picked on, you probably even be killed. So it's like society tells us, you know, one thing, and then when we want to get with women, when, you know, they want us to be, you know, they want a certain
available.
Exactly. And they don't understand. It's not a switch. We can't just flip that on and off. It's like
I've already been hardwired this way. I can't.
That's it.
I can't just.
That's it.
Change overnight and be, you know.
And that's my take.
Emotional guy. So
that's my take.
I think they be confused about what it is, man. They be like, oh, you got to do this, but they want you to be super strong, but don't want you to have any type of emotion. It's like, man, you can't have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got to be a human being flat out.
There's a funny ass clip I seen a while back. It was this dude, y'all probably see the same shit. He's like, women be wanting a super nigga. You want to have a big dick?
Real talk. Shout out to my nigga Carlos from the 85 South Show.
Y'all saw that shit too. But he was spot on with that shit. He was spot on with everything he said.
Carlos be smart. He be spot on with a lot of shit, but he was definitely spot on with that.
He was spot on, and I'm like, damn. I couldn't disagree with shit he said. I'm like, damn.
And see, y'all gonna look at me like, man, this nigga hate the internet. I do.
Yeah, I'm starting to really resent that shit.
Because a lot of people get on the internet and they really just be talking shit out loud, but they don't really mean half of the shit they be going on and be saying. And y'all be taking the shit as Bible. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I know.
They be going on saying, yo, we need men to do this. They need to be that. Man, shut the fuck up with all that shit, because y'all be turning around and be dealing with the dude you deal with when you get off the fucking internet. So I don't want to hear that shit. As far as men is concerned, man, look, we got emotion too. We got to show that shit. If we don't, it come out in other ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, the story you told about your great-grandparents, I relate to that because my grandmother died, and everybody who know me know how important my grandmother was in my life.
Yeah,
and I didn't cry at the funeral. I didn't cry when I went to the when we went to do funeral arrangements and all that. It ain't hit me until much later on through anger.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? When I ain't gonna go out into the whole situation, but basically I was just in a situation where it just made me angry, and then all the shit came out after the fact. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Where it's like an emotion delayed.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I understand it. You know what I mean? And that come from people tucking the shit in so much, packing the shit in till it just explode.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you want somebody to do better, you need to come at them from a place of love first.
There you go.
And then help them along. You know what I'm saying? If you care about them and you really want them to get it, you gotta be patient with them. That's like y'all want us to be patient with Shaw. Like he said, we need empathy. You know what I'm saying? Like you want that, you will want that for you. Do that for the next person. That's what I gotta say about that.
You, brother?
Yeah, man. I think we hit on a lot of the points that I think are important about this subject. You know what I'm saying? Like Fly said, you can't just expect, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. Like, you can't expect us to.
This nigga can't even. He's so wrapped up, he can't even get his emotions out right now. That motherfucker wound tight as shit.
Yeah, it's wound tight as fuck. But yeah, like I can't remember the last time that I cried. Like I can't remember. And I've lost people. You know what I'm saying? I lost grandmother, my brother. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so you the most dangerous. Don't fuck with this.
I probably
nigga.
am.
He gonna shoot everybody.
But yeah, like it's not that I'm not feeling the emotions. It's just I don't know.
But that's
just
you know
can't.
That's say a lot, bro.
Yeah,
that say a lot from how society be towards men, and then your own personal experience.
Right.
That say a lot.
All right, well, we're gonna move on to the last segment before Hit or Miss, and this one is called The Disconnect. I'm just gonna let it speak for itself.
So even if she asks you something, let's say, you know what, are you making me happy? And I look at you and say, no, you're not. You're not doing this. I feel like your cooking is not that good. I feel like I'm not getting sex as frequently as I would like, or as frequently as you advertised when we were in the dating stage. I feel like you are not that attentive to me and things that you don't benefit from. I feel like, XYZ, a man get to laying that shit out to most women. If we gonna be honest, she gonna, like, all she heard is what I'm not doing. And typically how that goes is it gets flipped immediately. Oh, yeah, well, when you do this, or with what you doing, instead of actually taking the criticism that a man's giving you, going back to work on it, and implementing it into the relationship like men have to do. So that's why I feel like the disconnect is women talk like it's very easy for this man to just communicate what you're not doing and I'll go fix it. That's not the case. Mm-hmm.
So this is like similar to the last topic, but in the sense of, I didn't hear any lies in nothing that he said, because I see this happen a lot. People, I put it this way. People don't like to take criticism. We all know that, right? People don't like it. Mm-hmm. But if you love someone, if you love a person, like in love with them, intimate with them, like love them, whether it's your spouse or a very, very close, immediate family member, you should kind of, I would personally think, because I personally do it in my personal life, I kind of internalize what the criticism is. I'm hearing it for what it is, and then I'm going back and saying, okay, they see something that I don't see. Because obviously everyone has a blind spot for themselves. It's easier for someone on the outside to see something, even though they may not know what you're dealing with internally. But we all have flaws. And so if your spouse is telling you, some of the things he mentioned in that clip, I think the appropriate response to be is, okay, how do we fix this?
Yeah.
What are the steps that we take to go about improving this situation?
At least acknowledge that.
That's it. Instead of immediately going right back to attack mode, right in defense. You know what I'm saying? So he was talking about women. But there's some men out here that don't take their women seriously. There's some men out here that don't value their women. So I'm not gonna sit up here and say it's just one sided or slanted. That's not true. But in this particular situation, I mean, this is not a shot at anybody, but I understand what he's saying. I've been through it myself. I've seen brothers go through this. I hear brothers talk about this sometimes at work. I see people talk about this on the internet. That's one of the good things about the internet. It's Not a lot good about the internet these days, but what it does is allow people to vent and get things off of their chest, and especially allow people, to have meaningful conversations like this one in particular. So you want to call them safe spaces or whatever, I guess this is considered a safe space if you think about it. I don't view it that way, but I just think people should internalize the messages that are being presented to them. There's a time and a place for everything. If someone's talking to you about criticizing you, telling you about yourself, internalize it and say, okay, all right, I'm going to work on this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Now I need you to pay attention because I'm going to be working on X, Y, and Z because that's what you wanted.
Right.
Now, when I start working on X, Y, and Z, don't throw it back in my face and say, you ain't do X, Y, and Z. When I'm doing X, Y, and Z, you just not paying attention.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's the difference. And then on the flip side, when it's the spouse's turn to be corrected, they need to be willing to accept that course correction.
I'll go ahead, Hirsch.
What I was gonna say, shit.
Uh-oh.
I think the fact that, what I'm saying, your significant other is communicating the stuff that they would like to see out of you is a good thing. You know what I'm saying? If you don't respond well, if you just sweep it under the rug and, don't acknowledge it, they probably not going to bring it up to you again. And then it's just going to grow and y'all just going to further grow apart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if they bringing it to you, it's important to them. They want you to take it in and, try to at least acknowledge. And then, okay, I understand. I see where you coming from. I'm going to try to work on this. You know what I'm saying? And we'll talk about it again, at another time. See how we doing with it. But, if you just sweep it under the rug, that shit gonna come back to bite you later. That's what I think.
Yeah. The key word in this whole thing is communication.
Yeah.
Let's revisit what that really means for people who don't know. Communication is listening with the intent. The main part of it is listening with the intent to have understanding.
Active listening.
Right. And then the other one is being able to convey how you feel in a way, in a constructive way. So if somebody is trying to convey something in a constructive way and you not listening, because what it seems to me when he's saying that he told his partner something and she shot back, she wasn't listening to have understanding.
Yeah.
She was listening to have a comeback to what she was saying. And that's because she felt like he was
attacking her or something. Yeah.
But where's that coming from where she feeling like she getting attacked? Is she feeling like is something wrong there? Like, what's the reason she being attacked? That's a whole nother thing.
Mm-hmm.
But what should have happened was she should have listened and take it as conductive criticism and been able to say, okay, well, let me see what that's about. Let me see where I'm lacking at. I know for me, when somebody tell me something, I'm not to say blame it on my sign or whatever, but I am a Taurus, and Taurus really don't not like when people like blame stuff on us that we feel like we didn't do. Mm-hmm. But I'm the type of person where if somebody say something, and I might not agree or bet what they talking about, but I do say, well, let me see what they talking about. Then I go over, because I always look at myself first. Not to say I blame myself and say, yeah, you right. No, I look at it and say, let me see what they saying. Because I want to make sure that it's not, what's the word? I know sometimes with me, I could be misunderstood with what I do, or things I say. So I would be like, well, let me look it, because it might be a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
So I look at that and say, okay, what are they talking about? Now, if I'm doing up something I forgot, I'm like, yeah, you right about that.
That's valid.
That.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we need to do. You just need to communicate. People just need to communicate better in our relationships, no matter what type of relationship it is family or intimate one, whatever, you just got to know how to communicate better. That's what, that's just the main part of the clip that I'm getting out of it.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, it's yeah, that's why I say you gotta internalize what they're saying. Take it to heart. Not you know what I'm saying? You don't have to do it 100%, but at least, acknowledge it. Be like, okay, like say, let me take a look at it. Let me reanalyze myself. You said I do this. Let me check myself. Do I do that? Okay, I might do that. I can see how that might be a problem. Okay, I didn't see that before. I understand. Let me work on this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's progress and growth.
You human beings, you can't put it past yourself to not make a mistake.
Exactly. So this is things that that I do in my real life. I'm proud to say this is not one of those things I've ever struggled on. Like, shit, my wife knows I can admit when I'm wrong about something. It's not an issue with me. I don't have an ego in that department. I know people, but we ain't gonna get into all of that. But yeah, he said a mouthful, and I think if some women probably gonna see this and be like, "Y'all niggas full of shit."
Yo. Why you say that?
Well, if they look at it and say it's full of shit, then they probably the one with the problem.
Yeah, that's right.
Because any woman who would want that for them, they would do the same.
Exactly. You ain't have to laugh the way you did. Because you know damn well it's gonna be somebody.
Get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out of here.
Man, I don't care about that shit. I don't care about nobody who think like that. Keep having your problems you gonna have.
All right, we're gonna move on to the final subject for our hit or miss segment since we at an hour and 46. I see.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to hit or miss.
2 hours?
Almost.
Shit, we doing long episodes.
Hit or miss. Hit or miss. Hit or miss. Hit or miss. Hit or miss.
Well, damn. That's a hit.
My fucking eardrums hit.
Eardrums.
Fuck.
It's hitting all right.
All right, so this is our hit or miss segment where we bring up different topics of the show. And if it's a hit, you'll hear. And if it's a miss,
oh man, I was too slow on that.
I knew it was coming.
He was slow on the draw.
Yeah.
I knew that shit was happening.
They got me, John.
So this week's hit or miss, since this is dark mode, but this hit or miss isn't dark mode. We tried to liven it up.
I hope so.
Bring a little light at the light at the end of the tunnel.
You know what they say. You see light at the end of the tunnel. It's probably a train.
Oh no. Chew, motherfucker.
Well, this hit or miss is just simply titled "Sex Scenes." So go ahead and run the clip, man.
Sex scenes. Sex scenes in TV and movies are unnecessary. And I'm tired of them. We don't need to see graphic smash anymore. We just don't. It serves no purpose to the plot. You can allude to people having sex. Yeah, they can start making out and then they can fall off camera. We get it. We know. We grown. We know they smashed. They could be talking about the plot on the next scene, like, how long you been working for the firm? You know what I'm saying? We know they smashed, but we don't need to see the pumps and people getting after it and just, yeah. We don't need to see the bust off. We don't need to see the finished climax. We don't need to see that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah. They don't give you no warning. They don't give you no warning. You're watching the regular show, and then they just go, the next scene, hua, hua. And then people are like, man, what the hell are you watching? No, it's Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones, my ass. It's Spartacus.
That's Booty Talk 96.
So I'm gonna go to you, Mr. Fly, first. Is that a hit or a miss for you?
I forgot his name.
Who is that?
Him?
Yeah.
I wrote his name down. Tony Baker.
Tony Baker. Yeah, he's hilarious.
Yeah,
dog.
Tony Baker. I made sure I got to give him his credit.
Shout out to Tony Baker.
Shout out to Tony Baker. That's a hit. I agree.
Okay.
I agree. We don't gotta have all that shit, and all that shit is that. we don't need to see all them ugly ass faces and shit y'all be making. And I know why they doing it, because TV trying to keep viewers and they trying to make it edgier. But goddamn it, y'all making a porno at this rate. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we don't need all of that. You know what I'm saying? We don't really need that. They getting away with it because, you know, most people don't watch regular TV no more.
Right.
It's true.
You know, they got Fire Sticks and all that type of stuff, which is they watching stuff on HBO.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, we know what HBO used to do on cable TV.
That and Skinemax.
Some fake pornos.
Those softcore shit.
Softcore.
So we know what cable TV channels used to do.
Yeah.
And so that's what they doing. But we don't need all that.
So is that a hit or a miss for you, Mr. Hirsch?
I say that's a hit.
Oh, okay.
I like to watch my porn in private. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, what a way to think about it, dog. What a way.
I want to be sitting in a room full of family and shit.
It is awkward. That is awkward. And they always
tell
creep
my
up
little,
on you, too.
right. Gotta tell my daughter to get out the room. Hey, get out of here, motherfucker.
Close your eyes. Close your ears.
eyes. Close your ears. Like, yeah, this shit's mad uncomfortable, dog. Yeah, it's just unnecessary. If I want to see some people fucking, I go on the internet.
Yeah.
It's a hit.
Okay. It's a miss for me.
It's a miss.
It's a miss.
Goddamn horn dog.
You liked yourself for it.
Hey, man.
He take all
Hey,
of
hold
them.
up, man. It's a miss simply because sex is life. Sex is how we got here.
That ain't sex, though.
It is.
It's fake.
Doesn't matter. Don't matter if they really doing it. This is an insinuation.
Man,
you
whatever,
know what's
man.
going
You
on.
know you don't want to sit there and watch a grown man.
No, man, you gotta, you know, you gotta give like a, you know how we talk about like how they say, oh, porn be fucking up people's mind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like at least with the movies, with the sex scenes, it's kind of like, see, you kind of seduced her a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's a little more intimate, a little more homely,
it's a little
and
more
lively.
realistic?
Yeah, it's a little more realistic. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I think sex scenes should stay because it's like it's easy to just go look at some glory hole shit. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
I'm just saying, you know, it's like, come on.
Man, I think what he's saying, we shouldn't have showed the whole thing. Like, cut the shit short. We know what they doing.
No, you know what? I don't disagree with that. But I think
they
think
be
it should
doing long,
be
set long.
I think it should still be.
That's what he's talking
I
about.
think it should still be. I think it should still be some. You know, and I'm gonna sound like a pig for saying this, but you know, ain't nothing like looking at celebrity titties. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that part I like. I always
You know
wanted to
what I'm
see her titties. They really here.
You know what I mean? So that's why I'm like, nah, man. That's part, bro. That's
This nigga said they really here.
Hey, no. Back in the day. Come on now. Let's keep it 100. Back in the day. Just remember when Halle Berry first showed hers?
Yeah.
Everybody was happy. Everybody was on that shit, man. I know I was. What was it? That wasn't a Monsters Ball. It was what movie was that she did?
It was in Monsters Ball too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think it probably was.
When Billy Bob fucked
Yeah,
the shit out of her.
I ain't like that part, but I like that.
Yeah.
I like the idea of like,
That's-
she exposed herself. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nobody really into that mayonnaise porn.
Mayonnaise land. No, mayo land. That's what you called it last week. Nah, that's what I say. I said, I didn't really even give this no thought. I said, I'm not like I always do. I said, I'm gonna think on the fly like I always do with these hit and misses.
Yeah, but
and I heard y'all.
You got me with them celebrity titties. Cause I ain't gonna lie, when I seen Lala's, I was like, God damn. It's really happening.
The niggas tuned in to Power from now on. From there on out,
I was locked in, bro.
Oh my God. Okay, well, that's yeah, man. I'm definitely keeping mine to miss this week.
You might have converted me to
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah,
I'm sticking to that. Only because it don't have to be as long as they make it.
I agree with that part. I agree with that
you
part.
Know what I mean? Too much. And I'm not offended. I was like, turn this on.
Nah, I agree. I mean, because the good thing, the good thing I say, I'm like, another reason is like, they don't really show man meat in most movies. So it's like, I don't want to see right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, see, when you watch a porn, it's like, shit, I ain't trying to look at that nigga shit. Like, fuck. You know what I'm saying? I'm just looking at her. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's, I know. They like, how the fuck y'all go from talking all of that reckless shit? Y'all was talking sad the whole episode. And then at the end, that's that light at the end of the tunnel, baby. So anyway, man, we gonna rock out. We gonna call it a night, man. Look like an hour 55. Not bad. We gonna call it a day. So make sure you guys like and subscribe on YouTube. Please subscribe to us. And I know it sounds like I'm begging, and at this point I am.
Man, fuck
shit.
that. Fuck that.
At this point I am fucking begging. Please subscribe to the damn channel.
Y'all be watching this shit and y'all don't be subscribing.
Right. We need that stuff to help us grow.
Interact.
Why y'all looking and hiding and shit?
We would really appreciate if you like and subscribe to the show to help us grow like every other platform out there.
Don't be no peeper and creeper. Peeping and creeping and shit.
Make sure you follow us on...
We've been having like 100 views for like 3 weeks, which I appreciate.
Yeah, well, we definitely appreciate it.
If it's 100 of y'all watching, then goddamn it, y'all can hit that subscribe button. At least hit the like button.
Been at 32 forever.
They said we watching it.
Yeah. What more do you want?
What more you want?
Click the button. Like and subscribe.
What more do you want from me?
Give a nigga an itchy, take a bow.
It cost you nothing. Damn.
It cost you not a damn thing.
Oh, man.
Promise you.
We ain't sending a bill to your house or nothing.
So
we ain't in there with the Detroit Edison bill or whatever Edison y'all got.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Southern Bell or whatever the fuck y'all got. I don't know.
So make sure you follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, social medias.
All the social media, Twitter.
Listen to us on Spotify, all the other platforms, mainstream platforms.
Apple Music, Google.
Yeah. If you want to hear audio.
Yeah, if you don't want to look at our ugly asses on here.
I like to say that I'm very handsome.
My mama thinks so.
I think so. Shit, goddamn it. I think I'm handsome.
Okay.
Hey man, I'm full of myself.
You ain't getting no comment from me. Both of you niggas ugly as shit to me, so
as we should be.
As it should be.
So anyway, like I say, like, comment, subscribe, please. We appreciate it. If you do, you can hit us up on at the email at unculturedroots@gmail.com. If you have any topic requests, comments, whatever, you can hit us up in the comments. Doesn't matter. We appreciate everything. Just want some feedback. We know people are watching, and we're just trying to engage with the audience.
Stop being a peeper creeper.
So
let us know you here.
Yeah, let us know you here. And till next time, y'all be safe out there, and make sure you have a good week. And we'll be back next week with a plethora of topics. Maybe not so many clips. Maybe not. If the clips work, we'll keep adding them.
Maybe so. Maybe not. Maybe
maybe but
not.
all of this is trial and error. We're figuring it out.
I'm a fun guy.
Oh boy. This has been Uncultured Roots. Y'all be safe. Y'all be smooth. Take it easy. Have a great week.